Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Christine with Patter Crafts, and today is day 5 of the 13 days of Halloween cards. Today we're using this Trick or Treat stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and I have all my pieces of paper cut out to keep this video short. So first, real quick, I'm just going to put this piece of paper on the inside panel. Sometimes when I'm using 6x6 paper, it's fun to put that little edge on the inside for a little decoration. I find it's the best way to kind of cut down on the number of scraps I have. So for the front, I thought it would be fun to stamp this Halloween sentiment. It's from that same stamp set. It's really fun and scripty, and put a frame around it. I don't really have colored inks, so I use distress ink sometimes when I want the ink to be something other than black. So I'm using Dusty Concord distress ink to stamp this sentiment. We all know distress ink's not very good for stamping sentiments. You do need to go over it a few times, and my ink pad's getting a little dry. So I'm going to go over that with some Versamark ink because I want to use some clear embossing powder to kind of make that sentiment shiny. So going ahead, adding that embossing powder, and then I'm going to heat set that because I'm doing some more stamping on this card, and I didn't want to mess up that powder that I put down on that sentiment. Sorry, I was trying to think of what I was trying to say. So here I know I want to have like these like dripping blood stamp part of that stamp set across the top. So I'm just drawing a line where my frame should be and grabbing that stamp out, and I'm going to just line it up with that pencil mark I made and ink it up a zillion times again with the Dusty Concord ink. And I will go over that again with Versamark and heat set that with the clear embossing powder. Because I'm using clear, I'm not overly concerned with where the powder is. I am taking off the big globs of it, but kind of some of the powder got between those little drips, and I wasn't going to worry about getting those because I'm not doing any distress ink blending on this card base after where it would be noticeable. You can't really notice it at all, so I didn't think it was that important to make that embossing as clean as it could have been. And again, because I'm putting a frame, it does not matter that I stamped that far over because it's going to all be covered. Okay, so now once that is heat set, I'm going to grab my card base, pulling out my scoreboard, and this is when I realized I can't find my bone folder. So I decided, forget it, I'm just going to fold the paper myself and crease it by hand. So my first mistake was putting this on because it didn't line up exactly. Like, I feel like it's fairly centered, but because of stamping within that frame, I'm going to have to move that, which is fine because the tape runner I use, you can pretty much kind of take it off if you're careful, as long as it doesn't sit too long. So I'm adding more tape to the back and then just sticking the frame a little bit down onto it. It is sticky in a couple of places. That way I can get that all done the right way. Put this in the center. And then I have the two little images I wanted to use. So originally I wanted to put both of these on the outside, but that cat is just a little too big and it'll cover up that sentiment. So I decide I'm going to put him on the inside, but that tail needed to go. His tail can be under his cap. or his cape, not cap, under his cape. And I realized I didn't finish coloring the cat, so just adding some very quick coloring here. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But until next time, bye.